This podcast is for entertainment purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Please seek a medical professional or healthcare provider if you're seeking any medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Thanks, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Hi, and welcome back to Funny Medicine. Woo. I don't know why I did that, but I guess it's gonna stay.
I tried to chase that, but and it was not good.
Yours made a lot more sense. I don't know why I did that.
That was the worst excitement I've ever heard.
Oh God! Well, I mean, we were just talking about, my frustration with our previous editing system.
By the way, this is Evie and Julie, if you guys don't know us already.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. You see,
we're going to get used to this. Yeah, it's a morning.
It's a morning. So.
But anyways, Julie, continue. Julie was telling you guys about our frustration with the microphones.
Oh, yeah. It was like the microphones, the system that we were using, it was a disaster. It was a disaster.
Awful. We recorded episode 3. We posted it on our TikTok.
Yeah.
That episode is not coming out.
No, it's not. So this is going to be episode 3.
Not because of the episode, but because of the audio.
It was awful. And I spent all day yesterday, trying everything. I saw, I don't know how many videos on YouTube and whatnot. There was no fixing it.
No.
There was nothing I could do.
Literally sounded like our guest speaker was God himself.
And then
Julie sounded like normal echo, and I sounded like I was in the bathroom.
And then
I'm pretty sure everyone would have thought that I was on the toilet in the bathroom recording.
And then his drink sounded like it had its own personal microphone.
No, yeah, we should give him a name. Our guest speaker's drink definitely needs his own name, his own persona, his own TikTok, his own Instagram, because he was gunning for the microphone.
Oh yeah, that drink was more present than probably you.
Oh, 100%. I was 20 feet away in the bathroom in the toilet, and the microphone took my seat. So.
But moving on, finally we figured it out. We have a new software. Our mics are cooperating, the whole thing. I'm still learning this. This is the first time I do anything like this.
You'll see a snippet of it on TikTok because I got some of Julie's raw frustration while she was
absolutely
face deep into the computer trying to figure things out.
Yeah, I was gonna lose it, but. What up?
But we're here and we're doing it and it's working and it sounds amazing, Julie. Thank you.
Yes. I'm so happy. Thank you, Google, for showing me the way to this new software because it's gonna just revolutionize everything. Anyway, so now this is episode 3 because obviously yesterday's episode is not existing. It's just not gonna exist.
We're gonna re-record it, but it's not going up.
It's just gonna be another episode further in the future.
Jules, and you want to tell our listeners what our episode is on today?
It's on hair loss.
Alopecia. Yep. Alopecia.
Oh yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. Again, this is not a full-on in-depth thing on hair loss because if we were to do that, it would be a whole podcast on hair loss alone.
And we're not trying to sit everyone down for a lecture.
Absolutely not.
Especially for all my medical friends out there. We do not want to sit through another lecture.
No. This is about us talking about it. Yeah. And Evie's going to bring her medical expertise in it, every now and then.
There. Yeah.
So, yeah, let's get this started.
So, do you know anyone with hair loss? I mean, it's not even a question.
Yeah. Mostly in
I live in a perfect world where everyone has a full, luscious locks of hair.
Your locks are luscious.
Well,
and
that's
beautiful today.
Okay.
It actually worked out great for today's episode.
I know. My hair's gonna be can we get sponsored by Eternal Muse?
No.
Eternal Muse is the hair thing that I use.
Please, yes, because I want to buy this now because like, oh my god. And I'll be posting it on Instagram. I gotta take a photo of her luscious locks.
Yeah.
It just works wonderfully.
So everyone knows that I have, well, for those of you that don't know, I have dark hair, naturally, and I bleached the shit out of it because I wanted to be a blonde. And there's a lot of breakage going on, so I told myself I'm not going to use any heat on my hair. I am going to use heat. It's impossible to avoid heat completely, but I was really limiting it to once a week.
Yeah.
So what did I naturally do? I researched what I could do for my hair.
Yeah.
And AKA my research was TikTok. Okay. So
I mean,
those dived into TikTok.
how else are you gonna do it?
Yeah. And then I started seeing these girls doing heatless curls. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And I will take a picture of it so Julie can post it up on our Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
That's how dedicated I am to this podcast, that I'm willing to look like a fool on Instagram because I cannot take myself seriously in those heatless curls. Think of this like long,
like tube,
soft, pillowy material
right.
that you put on the crown of your head.
Right.
And then you start wrapping your hair on either side
with a clip.
Yeah. But it looks like I'm in like
it's kind of like
mid-century, like medieval times.
Exactly.
Medieval times, and I have
Very
like
true.
some braid with some headpiece on. And I have a cramp from sleeping in it. But the hair is herring.
Yeah. It's worth it. It's worth it. I want it in my life now. But do we know people? I do. And mostly now that we're millennials and we're in our mid-30s, we're seeing more and more people with experiencing hair loss.
And hair loss, it's a lot. Hair loss is when you actually lose it. It can be from any sort of medical condition. It can be from meds that you're taking. It can be from external damage like mine. So, and it could be thinning too. A lot of people think that it's just loss of hair, but you can have thinning of your hair. So that's considered kind of part of the topic as well. But I think I sure as hell, well, definitely when I was postpartum.
Yeah. Oh no.
Dude.
My God.
That
had beautiful hair
during pregnancy. Thank you.
Gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. It was long, thick, shiny,
voluminous. Like I didn't have to do anything to
I think when people say pregnant women are glowing, it's because it's the hair.
It's the hair.
The hair is hearing.
Yeah.
And the skin was skinning. At least for me, it was.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, anyways, postpartum hair loss for you. How was it?
Holy cow! I thought I was gonna go bald. I really thought so, and like. Mario hated it because throughout the whole entire time, like our shower, it was just full of hair right after like every shower of mine. There was hair everywhere, like vacuuming. It was awful. It was awful. Now, of course, I have long hair, so it's like even more noticeable because then it's like a lot of hair being lost and then it's long. So it's all over the place. Mario was not happy about it, but what can you do?
I noticed mine because I was taking a picture with Nora for Christmas. I was taking like a selfie with her and I had her kind of lifted up in the air. And then when I look back at the photo, I loved it. I was saying, oh my God, this is so cute. She looks adorable. I look adorable. And then when I posted on Facebook, I noticed that I just have chunks of hair on my hairline just missing. And everyone was like, no, I don't see anything. And I was like, no, guys, I can definitely see the hair thinning and the hair loss. And
that happened to me also, like in the very front, at least.
Right here,
like, exactly,
like temples,
like in the temple area, like
frontal.
It's awful. It's awful. It's like you're already going through enough, with a newborn to then be dealing with hair loss.
It's like, what the hell? It's like you're so insecure about everything. You're still in pain. The belly, the stretch marks,
just a lot
all these things.
No
the
sleep,
baby,
stress.
no sleep, breastfeeding.
Yeah, if you decide to go down that route, and either way, feeding on its own.
Feeding on its own. Period.
It's
just
enough. Oh my God.
And then your hair starts to fall out in clumps.
Yeah. What else? Like, what else? No wonder there's like postpartum depression and all that because like you're just bombarded with all of this after having like a newborn.
Awful.
Like, anyway, but that was a tangent. But anyways, yes, we do know. I do know how many? 1, 2, 3. Three men.
I know way too many men to count. So
Exactly. Like out of the top of my
men
head.
and women.
Really?
Yeah, my mom suffers from hair loss.
Oh man. Yeah. No, I mean,
and she's done a ton of things. I don't think she's ever gone more than maybe some, plasma, like platelet-rich plasma, some minoxidil, which we'll go into all these things later on. But hair loss it's a big thing for men, I think, but I think it's also just as big for women. I just don't think it's so advertised for women.
Absolutely.
So, but women go through just as much for hair loss.
Okay. All right. So why did I put this as a note?
So Julie's next question, I'm just straight up gonna read it from her notes. It's literally the next bullet point, but it says, "Do we find men with shaved heads attractive?" Quote unquote.
Well, I definitely had a phase. No, I had definitely. Okay, when Fast and the Furious came out, millennial, we're dating ourselves now. When it first came out, the very first one, my heart was tippy tappy for Vin Diesel.
I mean, he's cute.
Mostly back then, I was just like all about it.
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean, but he was young.
That's what I'm saying.
Young and bald. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I think
the thing is that there's guys that can pull this off hard.
That's it, and maybe he's not bald, maybe he just chooses to shave his head and that's fine. But like, I was about it. I was like, God damn.
I mean, I was about it too. Probably not like you though.
Oh God. And then like the other like celebrity that I could think of, I mean, there's a lot of them, but like the other celebrity that I could think of that, I don't know if he decides to be bald or shave his head, is The Rock. And he's like a super freaking celebrity.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
he looks good.
Yeah, it works for him.
Too.
It really works for him. So there's like for men out there that the bald or shaved head just works, honestly. And I think that
what is it? What about it is what gets you? Is it the shininess?
I think it's that it's different. Like it's.
Is it the texture?
You want to rub it like a Buddha's belly? No, man, like I don't honestly, I think it's maybe because at least back then it was because it was different and it kind of looked like manly or something.
I like that.
I think.
Okay.
I don't know, but whatever. I mean, you have to have a very specific look about you to be able to pull that off, because I cannot imagine Mario with a shaved head.
We just kill Mario on every episode. It's all going downhill.
Oh my God. I think I'm gonna look up and see if I could get a photo of him with like shaved head from like AI or something, and I'll
upload it. Yeah,
and it'll be proof that it just would not work.
I wonder if there's a TikTok on a bald head look. I'm gonna try it out right now, live.
Okay.
Right now.
But yeah, like I really think that some people could definitely pull it off. They look hot, and it just works for them, and it works for them better than actually having hair. I think.
Bald head.
There probably is a filter for it.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, there is.
Bald head.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's
Of course
see.
there is. It's TikTok.
I just love how it gave me a goatee too.
Why does it give you a goatee?
Guys, this is definitely going to be a TikTok.
I look like a pirate. I look like a fucking pirate.
Really? I look like my brother. Okay, that's definitely going to be a TikTok later, guys.
We'll post that and look it up, because this was our live, unfiltered reactions to that.
That's right.
And then I'm going to do it on Mario, since we already talked about it. So save that filter, because we need to go back to that.
I am. Okay, Jules, I have a little game for you.
Okay, go.
Since you mentioned, when I was reading the show notes, you mentioned that you liked the bald looks, I decided to say, well, we're going to play a little game, okay? Mm-hmm. It's going to be, God, what do the TikTokers call it, or the Instagram people? It's like smash or pass.
Oh, yes. Okay, right.
Okay, well, but it's not really going to be like smash or pass,
Is
right?
it Fuck, Marry,
It's going to
Kill?
be, no, it's either going to be
Smash or
luscious locks.
Okay.
Or bald and babe.
Bald and babe. Oh, okay, I like it.
I just made that up.
I'm
proud
love
of myself.
Damn.
So you guys can't see the photos, but these are photos of celebrities.
Okay.
And I'm gonna name the celebrity so we can all just decide if it's Luscious Locks or Baldwin Babe.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So first one, John Travolta.
Okay. Damn. Okay, so what she's showing me right now is a side-by-side picture of John Travolta and his like present age, so he's older now. One with luscious locks, like it's on fleek, and then the other
that's not
one,
even his Grease. Like in Grease, it was luscious
for sure. But we're now older and all that. And then the other photo right next to him is just no hair, like just shaved head and beard.
What are you gonna go for?
Very different looks, though. Like very different. He looks good on both. Oddly enough, because he has a good
he does.
head.
He does. He pulls it off in both.
Yeah. So,
but which one are you gonna go for?
I'm gonna go for the bald.
Oh my. Okay. Baldwin Babe. Okay.
Baldwin Babe.
All right. Next one.
How about you? Who would you pick? Not just me.
The thing is that I have a certain look for John Travolta, and that's from Grease, so I'm gonna do Luscious Locks.
Luscious Locks. Okay, all right.
I mean, his hair. He
no, I know.
Had,
yeah, he was it.
He was it for the hair. At least when that movie came out.
But at least this photo. I'm telling you just this photo. But I get it. Yeah.
Okay.
His hair is really good looking in that one.
All right. Next one. Bruce Willis.
Bald.
Baldwin Babe, me too. Baldwin Babe.
He's Bruce Willis. Like, I know. Okay, this is another photo. It's him younger, like in the Die Hard era. That he has a little bit. He's thinning. Like, you could tell that he's already
thinning. I had
a
massive crush on him.
You did?
In the movie Fifth Element, The Fifth Element.
Oh, dude, of course.
You remember how you always tell me that I like that like ghetto flair?
I get it.
That was it for him.
That was it.
They portrayed him so sexy in that movie.
That is. Oh my god, that makes so much sense. I feel like my mind is slowly exploding in my mind.
Your mind is slowly exploding in your mind.
You see, I can't even talk right because it all clicks now. What was his name even in the movie? I love that movie, by the way. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Fucking love it.
And I was obsessed with him.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock was in that movie.
Bro.
Right? It was Chris Rock.
Yes. If you want, no.
No.
Wait, it's not Chris Rock. Everybody's screaming at us from the other side of this. It's a Chris. And I know the name of this Chris.
Hold on.
Mario himself is probably screaming at me from the other side of this.
Hold on,
whenever he listens to this. Oh my god.
Chris Tucker.
There you go.
Jesus Christ. Not Chris Rock. Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
Chris Tucker. I'm sorry. But Chris Tucker, I love you in that movie.
If you wanted to see me as a child, because I saw this movie as a child like many, many, many times.
Yeah, we're definitely dating ourselves right now.
Oh, yeah. And you wanted to see me laugh like an idiot as a child? Every time. Every single time. The scene of him in the microphone.
In the microphone, yes.
Epic. I love him. Anyway.
He was so good.
I love that movie, but yeah.
Okay, next.
I'm going.
I can't.
I don't know. Wait, but what did you say? For Bruce Willis, did you want...
No, I said Baldwin Babe.
Oh, okay, got it.
Samuel Jackson. Baldwin Babe. 100% Baldwin Babe.
100%. Like, I can't even, like, what is that? What is Samuel Jackson with hair? Like, what is that photo?
No, it's awful. When I saw this, I said, I mean, is this even a question?
Okay, I'll post these all up on Instagram so people could have, like, kind of a image of what the hell.
I think this is from BuzzFeed. I don't know. I got this online.
Just send them to me. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, my God.
Next one. All right. You already mentioned him, The Rock.
Yeah, no.
Baldwin Babe.
There's
100%.
No way. No. It's just his persona at this point, you know?
Okay, this one, I've seen him in a lot of movies.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him first, I think, on that spin-off show from Grey's Anatomy. But then he was definitely on another show, and I can't remember. Tay Diggs.
Baldwin Babe.
Baldwin Babe, I agree.
You see, Baldwin Babe is winning so far.
There's
only been like one.
So when I saw these, I was like, wow, yeah.
You see what I mean?
For sure.
There's something about it.
Okay. Ben Kingsley.
Dude, you have curated a very, very wide arrangement of people here.
This wasn't me. I can't take credit. This was online.
And Baldwin Babe.
Baldwin Babe.
Like, what is that?
I know.
Like, I don't even know what that other photo. First of all, it's super old, but then also, like, it doesn't even look like him. Oh
this one is like one of my favorites.
She's holding her phone close to her chest.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
This one's one of my favorites because he's sexy either way. But
Is it Channing Tatum? I know you had a thing for him.
No.
Because I did too.
No.
Like, I mean, okay.
Jason Statham.
Bald and babe all the way.
Bald
All
and
the way.
babe. I mean,
All the way.
him all the way. But
That too. But look at him. It just fits him right because he's
Ooh.
aggressive like that. You know,
I know.
like it's just. Yeah.
Oh,
And then
this
when he
one's
talks,
good. This one's good.
yeah.
Jude Law. He's not bald, but he has. So I wanted to do something.
Okay, but which one's bald and which one's?
Well, I wanted to do a little different
Okay,
because these other ones were celebrities that had full head of hair and then were completely bald.
right. I like.
But
white or
you
black.
know, but maybe they really do look better bald. So that's
Yeah.
why we're picking the bald.
Yeah.
So I decided to do something a little different
Okay.
and do like the balding. So not fully bald,
okay.
but balding.
Balding and beautiful.
Yeah, balding and beautiful. Not balding babe,
No.
but balding and beautiful. Maybe. Okay, so
Balding babe. Let's just do balding babe. Okay.
Jude Law. Jude Law.
Okay, but which one's balding babe and which one's like?
This one's balding babe. Julie, how can you not
No,
say
I know,
that?
but here
Balding
he's like DC
But it's
Molando.
better.
And
But it's
DC
better.
Molando is like kind of covering things up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, obviously, like the covering up the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about styling your hair.
Yeah, that's.
But
bad.
that was Jude Law for a little bit.
Ooh.
He had a little patch. He had a little island.
Who told him that was a look?
I don't
It's
know.
literally an island.
I know it's a little island of
Completely.
hair.
Like it goes all the way around. Like why?
And I love Jude Law.
He's okay. Talk about hair transplants. Like that is an obvious hair transplant.
The
Like
next one is Jamie Foxx.
oh my god, yeah, no, hair transplant Jamie Foxx. Like not balding babe. No.
Yeah, no, definitely hair
No,
transplant.
no, like his forehead. And whoever cut his hair there was like, oh, you know, we're just gonna cover this up and we're gonna make it look like you have a massive forehead.
Oh my
no,
God.
honey, like that's not the way to do it.
Okay, I laughed a lot with that. That was good.
That was awesome. That was a good
Okay.
idea. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. So like we said, yeah, like there are definitely some men that could pull it off and some men that can't. And there's also like shapes of heads. Because there are some people
like, aka Jamie Foxx in that last photo.
Yeah.
What happened there?
and there are some skulls, like some heads, like you look at them, even if you touch my head, like I have like an indent here. If I had no hair, like knock on wood, I do. But like if I don't, I would have like probably a crater over here. Like look, touch that. Like you see? There's like
Julie, I think you're so exaggerative.
no, I'm just very whatever with myself. But anyway, one thing that I wanted to say to everyone out there that's considering the bald and babe, you know, I'm fully for it, but protect those beautiful bald heads.
Wear
Protect them
sunscreen.
with sunscreen.
For the love of God.
Yeah,
Wear
and
sunscreen.
I'm saying that because like maybe 2 weeks ago, Mario and I stayed for I was gonna say honeymoon. Wow, no. For our anniversary, like we stayed at a hotel, and I actually saw like this guy. It looked so painful. He was shaved head or bald, whatever his choice was. His head was so red,
Poor thing.
so red, and everything else was fine. I'm like, you clearly forgot that is exposed up there. Like, wear a hat or just keep rubbing up there.
Yeah.
Like, extend it to up there. So
That's
it's like,
lit. That's point of impact for sunlight.
I'm telling you, I was like, oof, that's gonna hurt.
It's gonna sting a little bit.
Like, how do you not feel it? Like, it's gotta be hot up there, you know?
Wow. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, just use the sunscreen, guys.
It just reminds me when I saw you writing about this.
Yeah.
My dad, I have gifted him so many hats, like straw hats, big hats, so that when he goes outside in the garden,
Yep.
in the backyard, and
My
he's
dad
doing
used to
his
do
thing,
the same thing, yeah.
he can wear his massive hat,
Yeah.
right? My dad doesn't use it
Of course not.
because he sweats. Okay.
Yeah.
So what he does is that he has this old ass raggedy t-shirt. Okay.
No, Yvette.
Yes, Julia. I'm gonna tell my mom to send me the
Yes,
picture of
yes.
my dad when he first helped me move down from Tampa.
Why that?
We were in
though?
public and he put on a t-shirt and wrapped it around his head like
Like a do-rag.
a do-rag. Yep.
Why that over
And
the
a
hat?
t-shirt, okay? A t-shirt. And we always tell him, we're like, Dad, you look ridiculous.
Cuban dads,
and,
man.
Yeah, and he's like, no, this is efficient and effective, and I can just throw it in the wash and take it back. And I'm like, I understand all of that.
You could do that with a cap, too.
But you could do it with a hat. And it's a straw hat. It's not going to, like, retain moisture.
But even if that was, like, your thing, there are those floppy hats that are all cotton or all, like, you know...
He won't wear it.
And you could just throw that in the wash,
He won't wear it. He won't even wear sunblock when he's outside.
I get it, though. Like, Cuban dads, like, they're just... The hard-headedness is...
It's to another level.
It's to another level.
But he looks ridiculous every single time. Someone comes over the house and he's like, who's that weird man outside? And me and my mom, 9 times out of 10, have to be like, oh no, he's okay. It's Manolito. He's fine. He's just working in the backyard. And then sometimes I find that t-shirt in the same spot day to day.
Oh no.
And I asked him, Dad, like, when's the last time you washed that? He's like, no. Yo lo pongo al aire. You know, I just hang it in the wind.
That's so Cuban. That's so Cuban. Though.
It's disgusting.
I'm surprised you haven't thrown it out.
No, if I throw it out, he'll kill me. He'll throw. If I throw it out, he'll throw me out to the canal for all the alligators.
All right. So, okay, so we're gonna jump in now into what hair loss is.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just because obviously this is funny medicine and we have been talking this whole time about hair loss, but what is it? Like, definition medically, like, you know, type of thing. So
there's a lot of definitions of hair loss, but basically hair loss can be actual loss of hair or thinning of hair, and that could be caused from some sort of damage in the cycle of hair growth.
Yeah.
So hair growth has a couple different cycles. And then any time that any of those cycles are disrupted, then that can cause something leading to hair loss or leading to hair thinning.
So like medications, hormones, you know.
Exactly.
All those things.
All of those things can affect it. And then sometimes the medications that we use actually also do something in the process to help that. So that's basically what hair loss is. It could be like pretty broad, and there's different names for different types of hair loss. It just depends what's causing the actual hair loss.
Right.
But usually we do use the universal term of alopecia. So it could be alopecia areata, which is the most common one that I think people usually know about. And then that's the one that's what they call non-scarring. Okay, so it's not permanent. And sometimes has a better chance of growing back.
Okay.
And then there is like alopecia that's inflammatory, and those tend to cause scarring and permanent hair loss.
Okay.
And then you have the hormonal kind of alopecia. So those are the ones that we usually see with the male pattern balding and the female pattern
and
balding.
Then like what we were talking about post pregnancy too, right? Maybe.
Yeah, so that's another one that would be a type of alopecia.
And it makes sense because our hormones are like trying to readjust after being pregnant and the whole thing. So yeah, that's where it comes from. But okay, awesome. And then how do we diagnose it, Evie?
If you find yourself grabbing a shit ton of hair in the shower, and shedding is normal.
Right.
Okay. Like shedding is a totally normal part of your hair cycle.
Yeah. Like you have to shed every day.
Yeah. You have to shed. You have a phase of hair growth. You have a phase where it kind of just rests. So it's kind of just like dormant. And then you even have a phase where it even actually goes back just a little bit, but that one doesn't happen too much. And it's very brief. Okay. But hair shedding is totally normal, and a lot of people sometimes get confused with hair loss and hair shedding. So it is normal. If you brush your hair through, you will be able to kind of pick up some hair, and that's completely normal. It's like if you're trimming a tree. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have leaves that come off and you clip off.
Okay.
And then what's not normal is chunks of hair. Okay. Chunks. And not just once a day when you brush your hair out. It's literally just falling out.
So like the pull test and tug test?
I've never heard of that.
Okay, no, I'm just reading it off of, I will obviously like link all this, all the sources and whatever of what we're talking about. But according to NYU Lagoon, whatever, come at me, it's fine. .org, apparently there's a pull test and tug test. And it it says that you have to pull like small sections of hair, about 40 strands from different parts of the scalp, and gently tug. If 6 or more strands fall out, you have what's known as active hair loss. So it's kind of like what you were saying though, like it's in chunks, you know. That's a significant amount that's just coming out of like, you know. So that makes sense. And there's a bunch of other ways about it, but pretty much like
go to a dermatologist.
Like that's the person, like that's a specialty to see, right?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. I know there's a lot of people out there that advertise a lot of different hair. How can I explain myself? I don't think you can be someone that specializes in hair. Okay, so there's people out there that go and get certifications on hair knowledge and all of that. So that's fine. But I think that those people can definitely be helpful in giving you really good knowledge on how to take care of your hair.
Right.
Day to day to day, what products to use, what products to avoid, what can be healthy, what can be unhealthy.
Okay.
But I think when you start going into alopecia and, you know, falling out of hair that you're looking for treatment, I do think you should go to a doctor when you're looking for any treatment. It's your body, it's your hair. A lot of treatments, actually, a lot of hair growth treatments actually have a phase where you lose hair before you get it back.
Oh, okay.
So even with the right treatments, okay, you can actually lose hair first and then start reproducing again. Because again, it just depends where you're getting your hair and what phase it is.
Okay.
So definitely go to a dermatologist. You know, that's our skin, hair doctors. Yeah. And the skin, hair, scalp, all of that, nails, you know, the skin is it is the largest organ in our body. So we should treat it like an organ, right? So not just like put anything on it and all of that. And it absorbs everything. So just be careful what you guys are looking on the internet and stuff like that, because things can go really wrong really fast.
Oh yeah.
So there's professionals out there that are trichologists and they have trichology certifications. So I absolutely agree that if you go to a trichologist, I think that they can actually help a lot with the dermatologist. Okay. So you can use a combination of everyone's knowledge. But bottom line, when you go to someone, make sure they know what they're talking about, that they have experience.
Go to a dermatologist, not just like any other
It's not
doctor.
just slapping on some castor oil on your head. Okay? Not speaking from experience.
No, not at all. And rosemary oil.
Well, actually, you know that rosemary oil is like actually clinically, it has some good clinical outcomes.
I saw that, but like, dude, it smells rough.
I love rosemary though.
But like
castor oil,
it's so sticky.
It's disgusting.
I can't. And then you're like, they're washing it. It's like, maybe it's not the castor oil. Maybe it's the amount of massaging that I have to freaking do on my hair so it can get off. Like, maybe it's that. You know?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, God, it's just too much. But yeah, anyway, so then talking about like medications for hair loss, mostly there's so many. Like, you go to Target, you go to any of these stores, you see Hims. What's the other one? The Rogaine. You know, a lot of them, and they use topical minoxidil.
So minoxidil is Rogaine.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Minoxidil is Rogaine, and it comes in like a 2% and then a 5% concentration.
Okay.
I read up some studies saying that, you know, just because you have the 2% doesn't mean that it's not working. Both of them have pretty good efficacy.
Okay.
And then I think one or the other had maybe a little bit more of like side effects of like irritation or something like that on the scalp. But
gotcha. So
any dermatologists out there want to comment and give us a little bit more information on that stuff? I mean, go right ahead.
Yeah.
But 2% or 5% is fine.
So yeah, and then of course, hence why you should see a dermatologist. Don't just go to CVS, Target, you know.
No, and just have you looked at some of the pricing for these things?
For which things?
Because
Rogaine is pretty freaking expensive.
Hair supplements, okay? Like hair supplements, hair serums, hair things.
Like
there's so much out there, and it's so expensive.
Rogaine's
and I think
not cheap. It's $50-something for like the little bottle.
It's like $52, yeah. And Rogaine minoxidil is one of the first lines that you use. So, but I'm not gonna name any names of certain products. But how much do you think a hair growth serum might cost? This one is pretty famous. I'm not going to say the name, but it's pretty famous.
But it's over the counter. You don't need a
over the
script
counter.
for it.
Don't need a script.
More expensive than Rogaine.
Yep.
$100 then.
Well, no, it's like $67.
Okay.
But this hair supplement is $88.
Oh wait, it's a supplement.
No, this one, the serum is $64.
Okay.
And then the hair supplement is $88.
What the hell?
And I went off and I looked into other things that are a little bit more bougier, and it can definitely go upwards of 100 to 150 for little glass vials that will only last you maybe 30 days.
Dude, I better have Little Mermaid hair. I better be like Ariel up in that freaking rock.
I better be putting some 24 karat gold on my...
Yeah. Like, what the hell? Get out of here. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
And is there any, like...
And I think that's where the trichologists come in
Yeah.
and the dermatologists come in, because, again, people get paid to make these things sound amazing.
Yeah, of course, the marketing.
And advertise and marketing and all of that. And I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm not saying that they're not going to help. I don't think they're going to do any harm. But are they really going to be worth $150?
That's rough.
Probably not. Probably the Rogaine is $52 is
It'll
going to
be
be
just
more.
fine.
I'm sure that the consistency of Rogaine is not cute. I've heard it's kind of sticky.
Yeah.
And all of that. So, I mean, but you're talking about a prescription.
Yeah.
And a first line treatment compared to maybe a serum that you're not really going to notice a difference. You might notice a difference in texture of your hair and the feel of it, but actual hair growth and stuff, I'm not sure I'm convinced.
Okay. That's a safe way to put it. Yeah, like, but I'm sorry, but you have to kind of guarantee me that I'm gonna have luscious locks if I'm gonna spend $150 in a tiny little vial. Like,
No, and not only that, but a lot of these hair treatments you need to use at least for 3 to 6 months before you start seeing results.
So how much money are you freaking spending? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Oh no. And then of course they're like, yeah, you have to buy an X amount, and like you said, an X amount of time.
Yeah,
and then
consistency.
Right.
Because if I can't even get my diabetics, okay, to take their medicine every day,
you're gonna tell me
you're gonna put a serum on your hair 3 times a day.
Yeah.
For 6 months.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not convinced. But, I mean, I wouldn't because it's life. Like, you know, not every day is the same. What about when you go on vacation? What about if you want to go to the beach, the pool? Like, I don't know, you sweated too hard in the gym. You know, I don't know. It's life. You know, things happen. So, like, how are you gonna count on that for all that amount of time? But
I know. And minoxidil is also oral. So it's minoxidil is actually, or Rogaine.
Yeah.
It's actually a blood pressure medicine.
What?
Yeah.
So
the side effect of it is hair growth. Okay.
Wow.
So, however, Rogaine, it's topical, right? So minoxidil topical, like Rogaine, it's topical. So you're just doing it in the area where you want it.
Yeah.
If there are people that do take the blood pressure medicine, and that's systemic, so it's not local anymore. So just for everyone out there, if you're trying to get the oral minoxidil, you will get unwanted hair because, yes, you want luscious locks on your scalp, but maybe you don't want luscious locks on your chin if you're a female.
No, thank you. No.
Or maybe on your butt if you're a man. I don't know. Or a female, too. You know, there's unwanted places for hair, okay?
Oh my God. No. I'm not about...
Like a little hairy person just walking around.
Like, honestly, if it were up to me, and I was like one of these Kardashians with all this money, right, to take care of my appearance, from the neck down, I'd have zero hair.
Yeah.
Zero. I would zap all of that away permanently.
I would probably zap my face too.
Like, I don't want any freaking hair anywhere other than my freaking scalp and eyebrows.
Yeah, exactly.
Everywhere else.
And lashes.
Yes. Yeah, like, exactly, from the nose up. But, like, anywhere else, useless to me. I don't want it, zap it away.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. But I know that hair laser, like, removal is, like, expensive as hell, too. So, and, like...
Yeah, it definitely is. But it's worth it. I think those are things that are worth it in the end. Because they do last, and you have to get touch-ups here and there. But, I mean, how much do you spend waxing?
Yeah.
Or threading or something like that.
Well, I mean, I shave every day. Because I'm a crazy person.
Every day?
Every day.
I do know.
I shave every day. Wow. I'm so anal about it. That's what... Dude, I hate I hate it. That's what I'm telling you.
Every day?
Every single day.
My
My legs, yeah.
My little hair follicles would hate me.
Oh yeah. No. Not a day goes by that I don't shave.
I get razor burns.
And if the last time that I didn't shave daily, it was because I'm not gonna say it because then we're gonna like be like probably censored or blocked or something. But the virus that went around and you know everybody, it was a big deal in 2020. That one, I had it horrible. I was like really, really like on the floor, and I didn't shave for one full day. And I remember being sick as a dog in bed, hating life even more because of that.
Just because you didn't shave.
That night when I realized, oh my god, yesterday I didn't shave when I showered because I was delusional and I couldn't even really properly breathe.
Julie.
So how was I going to bend down and shave when I couldn't really breathe well? That night I made it happen.
Oh my
I
god.
shaved, and for the it's bad. Oh, and when I gave birth, first thing I did when I got home, shave, shower and shave. I couldn't do it.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that about you.
Oh man, it's bad. It's bad. Yeah. Like I can't.
No.
I hate stubble in my legs. Like it gives me the ick. Like big
Wow.
ick.
I'm sure Mario's very appreciative.
Oh, I'm sure he is. I don't think he knows me.
Like if a guy like ever touched my legs, or anyone for that matter, anyone sat next to me and we like rubbed legs by mistake, I'd be super embarrassed sometimes because I was like, they definitely felt that stubble.
It's like the feeling of the stubble when it's like, you know, when you have some stubble and then it's on your leggings and you feel it like,
Oh yeah. That's
when-
a long ass stubble.
like nails scratching on a chalkboard. That is how icky it is to me.
Oh my goodness.
It's really bad. Like it's a thing. Like it's a thing of mine. Like yeah.
I don't know how many people out there are like, wow, someone else is.
I know, and if you're like me, comment. You know, I would love to know somebody else that's this obsessive about it like me. So anyway,
I am
But
definitely not.
moving on. Okay, so that was minoxidil.
Minoxidil. So the other ones are spironolactone. Spironolactone is also a blood pressure medication, and we use it a lot in a lot of different things. We use it for blood pressure,
high blood pressure or low blood pressure.
High.
Okay.
So we use it for blood pressure. We use it as acne treatment, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm on topical spironolactone. So that's pretty good.
Okay.
And then they use it for its anti-androgen effects. So anti-androgen just means that you're not going to have that hormonal physiology going on causing the hair loss. So spironolactone will actually compete with other androgen hormones and then end up actually helping with the hair loss.
Okay.
But again, it takes a long ass time. And then the other one that's really popular is finasteride.
What's that?
So finasteride is
I don't think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it's you've seen it before for sure. They have it in a lot of serums and stuff like that. But it's a 2-alpha reductase inhibitor. And basically what it does, it stops testosterone from converting into something called dihydrotestosterone. And that, you know, that again, that whole entire hormonal physiology going on to stop. It basically stops that hair loss. They actually give it a lot to men that show the typical...
Interesting. So high testosterone could lead to hair loss?
Well, not high testosterone.
Okay.
So testosterone will get converted to dihydrotestosterone,
Right.
and then that is the androgen that goes ahead and causes.
So you
the
wanna
male body.
stop
So you want to stop that
Testosterone from turning into that.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So that's when finasteride comes in.
Interesting. Damn,
Yeah.
I had not heard of that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And that's obviously through script. Like you can't get that
Yeah,
over the
that's the
counter.
script too.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, again, I don't prescribe these kind of medications, but I'm pretty sure that one they sell a lot in serums and stuff like that. But I don't think that it's one of those topical medications. I think it's one of those medications that you actually have to take orally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
But the other one that I saw was the ciproterone acetate, but that's not available in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure what reasons they are for not being allowed in the U.S., but I think in Europe they use it. But apparently it hasn't really been shown to do any crazy difference in some studies.
Okay.
And then platelet-rich plasma, that's another one.
That's like becoming a big thing now
It's
too, though.
huge.
Like not
here.
even for hair loss, but like anti-aging.
Anti-aging
you know?
and all that stuff. I I think it needs more research.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think it needs more research for sure. I'm not going to disregard that the research that has been shown has been pretty okay.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like really small numbers of people. And when you're like really trying to look for efficacy of things and the significance of taking an actual or getting an actual treatment,
right,
then I think you would want more.
Like a bigger sample size.
A bigger sample size, exactly.
Okay.
And also better study methods in general.
Yeah.
So I think that's the problem with some of these studies that a lot of people say, oh yeah, studies have shown this, when it's like, well, I don't think the study was super strong.
Right.
And these treatments, like the platelet-rich plasma treatments, they're expensive. They're not cheap.
Yeah.
So, you know, you need to have someone go and pay for the treatment. Also, it's not like you could just do it to yourself.
Exactly.
So.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah. And then, you know, natural things.
Yeah. So, like I said, the rosemary oil.
There was a research study that showed rosemary oil with, like, compared to 2% minoxidil.
Okay. Same?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Because, I did try that. This is where I messed up. I tried just rosemary because I'm, again, crazy. And too hardcore sometimes. And I'm like, you know what? This was post-pregnancy. I was like, you know what? 100% only rosemary oil. Straight thing. None of this of like mixed with mint or peppermint or whatever. No, I wanted the, and I got it. Like the straight just rosemary oil. I was not a fan of the smell.
Oh.
And it just was so pungent. And it was like, I can't do this. So then later on, I kept looking, and then like Target does sell one for, I think it's Miele, M-I-E.
Yeah, M-I-E-L-E. I use it.
Yeah. So then they have like a little serum with a little dropper thing.
That's the one I use.
Yeah. And that one smells great. Yeah. In comparison to just standard
straight rosemary
oil, that one's great because it has like a little peppermint or whatever. Like that one's totally a game changer. And I'm like, okay, now I understand. Like using this is very different. I don't really recommend the straight stuff.
I mean, the long-term point of the way that the rosemary oil works is that it increases the circulation.
Oh, okay.
So it causes like a little bit of like vasodilation, so your little vessels like kind of open up a little bit, so it's like more oxygen, more nutrients to the scalp.
Makes
so
sense. Okay.
Better for hair growth.
Okay.
So it's the same reason why people say scalp massage to like stimulate hair growth. It's like not the actual massage, it's the actual like you're stimulating blood flow to the area. But yeah, I don't think it's something that would hurt either. How many times do you wash your hair a week?
Dude, I wash my hair every other day.
Wow.
I have oily scalp.
Oh, no.
And in between that, I use dry shampoo as well.
Okay.
So it's like...
I use dry shampoo too, but I don't have hair that I need to wash like every other day.
And then they say that dry shampoo also could like cause hair loss if you use it too much because, you know...
It's just build up.
Exactly.
You can't have so much stuff on your scalp because that's literally where your hair is growing from.
That makes sense, yeah.
So apart from keeping your hair healthy, you need to keep your scalp healthy.
Yeah. It's a thing. You know, it's a thing to deal with, but okay. But now I feel like in the 20th century, right now in 2023, mental health has been more like talked about and it's not so taboo-y. Right, yeah. That's true.
To use in combo.
Perfect. Okay, so my other talking point is that the way there's so many things about hair loss as it is, like we just discussed very briefly, the medications, what to do, what not to do, all that stuff, and to go see a dermatologist. But there are people that they don't want to talk about this because of course we're in 2023 and we've had long strides in mental health and all that. It is still for like especially older generations and whatnot, but it's something that's become, at least for our generation, millennials, Gen Z, and further on.
Well, this is huge.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's become easier to talk about.
Yeah.
More normalized.
Exactly.
Type of thing. When our parents' generation and before that, it was like, absolutely not. Type of thing. Very unhealthy. But that's just how it was.
I don't know. I feel kind of depressed. And she's like,
go for a walk.
No, she wouldn't even tell me any words. It was just sounds coming out of her mouth.
Yeah. Like, how could you be depressed? Of course, we come from immigrant parents, so it's like, do you understand how I got here to this country? What I had to do so you could go ahead and tell me that you're depressed?
I slept on a mattress that I picked up on the side of the streets. And then you think about it and you're like, okay, well, okay. Mm-hmm. I'm probably not depressed.
I know. But it was like, God damn, man. Okay, I will just keep it to myself,
Yeah, exactly. we people here that were born in Miami and are first generation Cuban Americans, immigrant parents. Yeah. What is that show? ¿Qué pasa USA?
Yes. So, oh yeah, that is the perfect example.
I know that show is so good.
So good.
So good. If anyone out there doesn't know about this show, if you live in Miami, you know about ¿Qué pasa USA?
Yeah. But if you're Cuban,
exactly. But if you don't know about the show, it's actually pretty funny. It's
so funny.
It's a very
It was from
very
like the 70s,
good,
right?
Yeah.
60s, 70s?
Was it that long ago?
I don't know now.
Maybe in the 80s.
Maybe 80s, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
it was a very good representation of what a Cuban American family was, with like the kids being born here, but the parents are from Cuba. I mean, we're talking about perfect, like to the T, grandma's personality, grandpa's personality.
Yes.
The parents.
Yes. It was accurately done. And it was
very
hysterical.
good. It was hysterical.
The grandma?
Yeah.
The grandma was
everyone's favorite is the grandma.
Of course. But anyway, because of all that, mental health does have something to do with hair loss, because a lot of people, and I get it. Like, I mean, we just talked about it. Yeah. Right after pregnancy, Jesus. Like, it's like from luscious, beautiful locks that we felt, at least I felt like super confident and loved it, was all about it, to like very, very thin, pitiful hair.
Yeah, and I have a lot of friends that are males and women, that are suffering from hair loss, and they are going through it.
Yeah.
And trying everything, and hair transplant is a big thing now.
Absolutely. So it's like, it's a whole thing, and if you feel like that, definitely, I obviously still go to the dermatologist, try to get some treatments in, but then seek therapy. There may be ways to, work around it, deal with it in a little better, in a different perspective and whatnot. So definitely talk about it. Don't keep it inside like our parents did.
Yeah, and I think alopecia now too has a huge foundation. So there's a lot of support groups there too. Just like, I don't know why, I just thought about Will Smith slapping.
Oh my God, Chris Rock.
Chris Rock, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, after he made the comment about TRG.
Oh my God.
That was awful.
That was a lot, man. That was...
My jaw dropped to the floor.
Yeah.
I thought that it was part of the Oscars. That was crazy. But
anyways, it was a lot.
That was a tangent, but...
Yeah, but anyway, so then other treatments for hair loss are hair transplants.
Yes.
And we've seen a lot of, even now in the game that Evie showed me, like Jamie Foxx, like, come on. I don't know if he's come out openly saying that, but that he's had hair transplant, but goddamn, like, it's pretty, like, out there. And then...
It's getting very popular.
Yeah.
Very popular. I think people are pretty much skipping the
and just going straight
minoxidil and the finasteride and all of that, because they're saying, well, if I have to wait this long,
might as well
do the whole entire transplant.
Yeah. I mean, and there's so many before and after pictures. Like the one that I have here in our show notes is like Elon Musk, and it's alleged that he had hair transplant, but the photos are, I mean, there's something, there's a big before and after.
Yeah, no, there's definitely, I'm like looking at it now. I mean,
like,
I'm sure that these people have enough money to have,
of course,
stylists do crazy styling on their hair to make it look like they're not balding.
Still, and this is just one photo. Just do a quick Google search on Elon Musk hair. That's all you gotta do.
Maybe he's using rosemary oil. Your potent rosemary oil.
Maybe, hey. And if it's really that, then shit, it worked. Because these before and after photos are something, So, yeah, there's the hair transplant. And, I mean, there's just a lot of risks.
It's crazy.
And all that stuff, yeah.
In the U.S., well... Everyone knows about turkey. Like, if you've been living under a rock, if you don't know that turkey does
everything.
Everything, and hair transplants.
Like, I know it's popular for nose jobs too.
Yeah,
like I've heard nose jobs,
but it's at least for the hair transplant.
Yeah,
people will go. Okay, they don't have to wait. There's no wait list here in the U.S. Apparently, there's big wait lists for people that are doing these procedures.
Yeah.
Okay. And then over there's no wait list. You go to a person that's been doing these surgeries or these procedures every single day.
That kind of scares me though. Like,
honestly, I watched a video of a hair transplant and I can't watch that. Like, inserting something into like a little I don't know why. It creeps me out. Is there like a fear?
There's a word for that, and it's
name?
like when you see like
Ooh,
when you
it's
see
just,
a lot
like,
of little
freaking out.
holes.
Yeah.
There's an
It's
actual
just-
phobia for
I
it.
don't like it. I don't like it.
There's
I'm
an
just, like,
actual
my
phobia
hair,
for
my
it.
hair is itching right now. I'm itching my head.
I'm gonna look it up because I need to know now.
No, but don't show me pictures.
Okay, I wasn't too far off. So trypophobia,
Okay.
and then you see like the images for that.
I can't.
That's
I
it.
can't.
So you have trypophobia.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, I think I could see it, you know, but like once I know that I'm like kind of scared and it's like a lot of
Yeah.
stuff going on.
Yeah.
No.
It's too
I
much.
don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. No.
So then, yeah, and it's I don't know. I'd be a little scared of going to Turkey.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, yeah, you're going to a different country to get a procedure.
Yeah.
I would be really scared just because I think just in medicine in general, if you have complications
Yeah.
from something that someone else did, I'm usually the person that says you should go back to that person,
Exactly.
you know, but I know that's not, it doesn't happen. It's not as easy as people think it is or when you say it and stuff, but it's really frustrating when you have to kind of fix someone else's fuck up. But anyways,
yeah, I don't know if I would go to Turkey for you know.
I know, going to a different country, having a procedure, what happens if you have a complication? It's not easy to just get back on a plane and go see that surgeon or professional.
Yeah.
But I mean, the pricing though that everyone has talked about when it's like maybe 7 to 8 grand or maybe max 10 grand. No. That's cheap.
Oh Jesus.
That's cheap. Okay.
Damn.
And that includes flights. They pick you up in a car or a limo, either one, very fancy. They take you to a hotel, okay? Then at the hotel, the doctor goes to see you there,
Huh.
okay?
Okay.
They do their whole entire consultation again,
Right,
all
right.
that stuff. I think they have an initial consultation, but they go ahead and do it again. You don't need to go anywhere.
Wow.
And when I'm telling you that the hotels are nice,
Yeah.
the hotels that I've seen are gorgeous.
Yeah, I've seen them on TikTok and stuff like that. Like these
It's
journeys. It's
crazy. Yeah. And then some people, so then they go and they kind of explore to see the city
Yeah.
and stuff like that
Oh,
before
yeah, I mean,
surgery day.
Like, while you're there,
And
why
then
not?
surgery day is long.
Yeah.
The hair transplants, I mean, they can
Do
take
they
anywhere from like 48 hours.
Do you know if they knock you out for that?
No, they don't knock you out. You're awake.
What?
I mean, you don't feel anything.
Right, but you're awake.
But you're awake the entire time. So imagine being like that for 8 hours.
That's why I'm asking.
And you get cramps and stuff like that. It's not just
What if I
like
gotta
smooth
pee?
sailing. I don't know actually. To put a
Damn.
Foley, I mean that would be very convenient. Yeah, just pee.
Yeah, because I mean, think about it. If you're there for 8 hours, you're gonna have to at least
Yeah.
pee.
Yeah, for sure. But it's and then they have sometimes 2 to 3 people working on you.
Damn.
So the way that hair transplants work, they'll take a spot
Okay.
of where you have hair
Uh-huh.
and they will transplant that spot to another spot.
So
okay, and
using
you're
your
gonna
own
have
hair, yeah.
regrowth, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, using your own hair. So that's actually one of the things that some people, even though they're like completely bald, they say, well, okay, in order to get a hair transplant, you need hair to transplant from.
Right.
So,
right.
yeah, so they'll usually take like a spot where it's not so obvious,
Yeah.
and then they'll go ahead and they will transplant it.
Okay.
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 And then the pain after that
Yeah.
is, I heard,
Yeah.
crazy.
It has to be.
Because imagine all those little hairs. Okay.
Oh my god.
You see?
Yeah,
It's not.
yeah.
It's not as pretty as people think.
I'm thinking more of the pain because it's like I imagine. I don't know, and this is probably wrong.
When you pull on a hair.
That's it.
Yep.
So, but thousands of times
Yep.
over because
Yeah.
it's like all those little. Ugh.
Yeah, and some people transplant just a portion. That's how they charge too. So how many hair transplantations you're actually going to do. So the more expensive it is.
Right.
But some people transplant a lot and they want to get their bang for their buck since they're in Turkey and
Yeah.
they're like, no, we're gonna go big or go home.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So then the
I
pain.
hope they have like good freaking pain meds because.
Yeah, I'm sure that they do.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they do. But they come and then, it takes 6 to 12 months to see results.
What?
Yeah, so they say you have crazy amount of like itching and pain. You can't wear like any caps.
Right, yeah.
You can't do any like crazy hair products.
Oh my God.
You have to just be bare, all natural for like I'm not sure if it has to be for the full 6 months.
Yeah,
but
that's a long freaking time.
But that's a long time. I know that it is a really long time initially.
Oof. Yeah, I don't think I would be for that. I mean, I can't say that because maybe
there's a lot of young people doing it.
I know, that's what I've seen on TikTok.
I have friends that have gone and they are mid-30s.
Wow.
And they're already getting their hair transplants. I mean, I guess you want to do it now so you can enjoy like the transplant.
Absolutely. But like, man, it would scare me though. Like,
it would scare me big time.
Having to go to Turkey, and it's like you say, what about if there's a complication and you're already back home?
Yeah.
You can't just go to the doctor.
Infection is a huge thing.
Oh, no. You see, those things, like...
I'd love to get a listener story on that.
I really would. If anyone
has a listener story on
your
hair transplant and your experience, please let us know. That'd be great to hear.
Absolutely. Send it over to funnymedicine305@gmail.com because I'm super curious about that. Because you only see, like, the glorified TikTok things out there. But I want to know the real thing, nitty gritty.
Yeah, nitty gritty.
You could do it anonymously.
Yeah,
you know,
you don't
doesn't matter.
Exactly.
But like, I really want to know, like, for real, how is it? You know, does it really hurt that bad? Yeah. Do they really take care of you? Like, you know. Anyway, but yeah, so that was today's episode on hair loss. I think that was good.
I think it was pretty good. We covered a lot.
Thanks for tuning in.
Everyone enjoyed that talk.
Yeah. Yeah. And check out the postings and all the sources and all the photos.
I'm going to post on TikTok, Julie and I balding.
Yes.
Okay, Julie's job and homework is to put Mario's photo up on Instagram.
I will do that. I will definitely do that. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and upload all the photos and everything that I mentioned that I would on Instagram and then, of course, TikTok.
I hope everyone enjoyed our audio because we are so happy with the way that it's sounding so far.
Yeah, a lot better.
So much better. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much.
Catch you in the next one.
Catch you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye. Like, comment, review us on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, etc.
Check us out on Instagram and TikTok at Funny Medicine Podcast. Our Gmail is at funnymedicine305@gmail.com. And remember, we are not diagnosing you.
Definitely not. Just funny stuff.
See you later, guys.